Dobry den.
Zdravejte.
And welcome back to our little Bulgarian adventure.
It feels like spring has sprung.
It has this week. It's been beautiful.
It hasn't. It's just a hiatus in the winter, but it's been lovely.
Yeah, temperatures have been great. Almost t-shirt weather some days.
Yeah.
Well into the 20s, I think we were yesterday.
Which is not bad for February.
Though it's due to change next week, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll just take it as it comes. It has given us a chance to get outside and do bits in the woodland.
Yeah, we've still got more bits of dead tree to get down and bits of trees that are just growing where they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give some of the trees more rooms to grow.
So that they can not just go up, they can go out as well.
Yeah.
So give them a bit more shape. But doing the work in the woodland and having the weather has allowed me to use my new tool, which I've been teasing you about for the last 2 weeks. Well, it's about time I revealed it, so here it is. For the past couple of weeks I've been telling you about the new tool I've got to help me with the trees and the bits I can't reach properly. Well, it's time to show you exactly what that is. So this is the Parkside 4-in-1 petrol multi-tool for garden use. You can see from front to back there's a weed cutter, there's a strimmer head. They fit onto that first shaft with the protecting cowl on the end there. Then there's a hedge trimmer. The next piece is an extension bar so you can reach higher or further. And the bit that I'm really interested in is the last piece, which is the pruner. It's basically it's a chainsaw and a stick. So I should be able to reach the high up bits without having to climb up a ladder and get myself in any sort of serious trouble. And that's the pruner put together with the extension bar. You can see it runs diagonally across my workbench and it's longer than that is. So that should give me plenty of reach to get the high up branches and things I need to get. Let's give it a go and see how it works. So that's the new tool that I've got for doing the high up bits in the trees, hopefully making it a bit safer for myself than having to climb a ladder and a reciprocating saw or whatever. When we come to do the really tricky stuff, we may bring you with us, we may not, it might be too scary. But either way, that's the new tool that I've been telling you about.
I think it's the scariest of your chainsaws.
Well, I mean, I'm getting a growing collection of chainsaws, but I think the only thing that's scary about it is because you're reaching up, you're standing more underneath what you're cutting.
Yes, finding the right angle to cut it from.
You don't want it landing on your head.
No.
Well, I certainly don't.
Even the dead branches.
No. So, but it's useful. It saves me going up a ladder, and it's a lot quicker than manoeuvring a ladder, climbing the ladder, cutting a thing, climbing down the ladder, moving the ladder. You get the picture. So.
And I think once we get our trees down to the height we want them, it'll be really useful for just trimming them.
Oh yeah, definitely. So, and the other tools that come with it as well, added bonus.
Yes. You can never have too many strimmers either. No. Not out here.
No, definitely not. A his and hers strimmer. Every family needs it. Something else that needed doing this week was the pregled, or the Bulgarian MOT for the car, was due. I took it in on Thursday and flying colours went through with flying colours again.
It's quite a different experience here.
Oh yes.
You don't get quite as worked up as you used to in the UK.
No, I was sitting there yesterday when they were doing the test thinking I'd be quite worried now if I was in the UK because they always find something. It's usually a suspension bush or something. But over here he came and he went, no problem. So that was that.
And it was even running better on its emissions this year than last year, so thanks Rob for your service. It obviously made a difference.
It seems to have done, yes. That might save us a little bit of money on our car tax.
We're not sure.
We'll let you know when we know.
That's due next month. So
it is, yes.
We'll be paying those next month.
We'll let you know. We're trying a different way of doing it this year, but we'll let you know as and when things happen. But another little teaser there.
Yeah.
Something else we're doing, of course, is carrying on with the work in the spare room, and this is what we've done this week. So now we get down to actually doing some proper work in here. I've cleared the room of everything but the washing machine, which is plumbed in, and the petrol. We might need that for a bit of heat depending on how the weather goes. My first job is to remove these clips which are holding the cables in, any raw plugs in the wall, anything that's in the wall that's stopping me from being able to fill it, get a nice surface ready for painting. Once I've got the clips out, it's time to start channeling in and make a real mess. But first things first, let's get these clips out. So I've now completed the channels for channeling out and putting the cables into the wall. But you'll see behind this cable, you've got chicken wire running in the wall. Now this is there to help hold the plaster onto the wall. And it's held in place by bottle caps nailed through, which then sandwich it to the mud brick. That was obviously done when the wall was originally built some 50 odd years ago. It's just an interesting little thing that in the construction of these houses. So I've finished now pinning the cables back into the channels with nails just knocked into the plaster and the mud brick behind. I can now come along, MPI 25 over the top, that's the lime mortar that I use. That will seal those in, then I can come back, put the sockets in properly, and that'll be all the channeling in done, and I can then move on with the floor. That's the cables now channeled into the walls and the channels filled. I've only done the vertical cables, so around the top will be hidden by the suspended ceiling when that goes in, so there's no point channeling those in. The sockets and the light switch will be put in position once the filler has hardened up enough for me to be able to manipulate the cables without damaging the work I've already done. So that'll be in a couple of days' time. So now it's time to move on to something else. Our plan is to tile this floor, but before I can start tiling, I'm going to need to repair this area of damaged concrete. Now, it's not a large area. I'm basically going to mix up some concrete, remove any loose bits, concrete over the top, so I've got a flat surface to put my tiles on. So that's the concrete starting to set. It's a nice smooth surface for me to be able to tile over when we tile this floor. So that's that job complete. We've got a bit of filling on the walls to do before we start painting, but I won't start that till this afternoon. So for now, that's where we're going to leave this.
It's not been so easy working in there this week with the weather being so lovely outside.
Yes, I'd rather be in the sunshine in the fresh air, but it needs doing.
Yeah, so and most of it was little spurts just waiting for things to set up, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're slowly heading in the right direction. We still need to find some materials.
Yes, tiles are going to be a problem. I'm trying to find tiles for the floor, but I can't find any alike.
So the search continues.
The search continues.
We're also trying to find a Welsh dresser.
Or something like a Welsh
Something
dresser.
along those lines.
Some sort of wooden cabinet for our living room.
Yeah, so if you know of anything, any suggestions, let us know.
Yes, anywhere within easy travelling distance of here, or if you've got one for sale.
Yeah. Yes, get in touch. So that's what we've been up to this week.
Yeah, I think that's about it for this week.
I think it is. So until next week, it's time to say,
Stay safe.
be well.
Doskaro.
Doskoro.